What's up? Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Shred Show with me, Josh Pitts. Very excited to have everyone here this morning. We got the banner in the background, we got the mic going, and excited to talk about what's on my mind this morning. Something that I've been listening to a lot of different podcasts and a lot of questions. And number one, for all those who reach out with questions, who are reaching out for help in different areas of marketing, branding, thank you so much. And please feel free to continue with the questions. Continue to...
What's up? Good morning, everybody.
Sorry, wait a minute. Got to mute the other computer there. But we love your questions, and we love answering your questions. So please continue to reach out. Feel free to ask anything. You can ask it here live. You can shoot us a message. You can shoot us an email. My email is josh@shredmedia.com. So if you ever have any marketing questions, branding questions, and you want them to be discussed here, please feel free to send them to me, and I'd love to talk about them on air. So, and if you're just joining us live, make sure you comment #shred. That means you're here, you're shredding with us, you're hanging out, you're having a good time live with us this morning. And if you're out there hustling, you're out there working, getting it done, and you're watching us on the replay, make sure you comment #hustle below. And always feel free to share out, whether you're listening via podcast, whether you're watching us live or on Facebook, YouTube, wherever you're watching us, feel free to share and give us your feedback, what your thoughts are. We always appreciate that. So today I want to talk about something I've been asked quite a bit, not only recently, but over the last few months is, hey Josh, how many followers do you really need to be considered an influencer or a leader, a thought leader in your space? Number one, to be a thought leader, you can be, it doesn't matter how many followers you have, but I get asked a lot, like, do you need 100,000 followers? Just so everybody knows, like, to kind of give you an idea, and I don't say this to brag, I don't say this, I kind of give you an idea of where my different social media profiles are. So on Instagram, I think I have about 11,000 people, 11,500 who follow me. Between my Facebook channels, I've got right around about 19,000. LinkedIn, I'm right around 22,000, I think is where I'm at. So that just kind of gives you an idea. But my brand really started growing right where I started to see significant growth was at a couple thousand people. And even less than that, when I was running my mortgage business, the majority of my business came from a very small group of people. And that's what I want to talk about today, because so many people are focused on growing. How many followers do I need? How do I grow my following? I want to just, I just want to get my following up and up and up. And even companies that we talk to, one of the first things they ask us, being an attention impact agency, well, what does your audience look like? And I said, well, what does your audience look like? Number one. Number two, the audience size does not really, it's hard to be able to be like, oh, I have 100,000 people who follow me, so my ROI for this is going to be X. It doesn't work that way. Building a brand using social media does not work that way. Anybody who listens to people who are a lot smarter than me, who've been doing this for a lot longer than me, know that. And what I want to highlight today is for everybody who's building a brand, who's using social media to get themselves out there, to continue to grow their business, 5 friends is way greater than 100,000 followers. And let me explain that. Let me go a little deeper on that, because when I was building my mortgage business, like I mentioned, I only had a few people that I relied on every single month in and month out, whether there was a few real estate agents, a few CPAs, and a few past clients that just consistently sent me deals. They knew I was passionate about helping people finance their dream home. They knew that I was fairly knowledgeable when it came to helping people finance, whether it was refinancing or buying a new home. And realtors knew that I was pretty educated within the space. So they were sending me those deals. And like I said, there was only a handful. There was 5 or 6 people on a regular basis that were sending me deals. Now, was that all the only referral partners I had? No, I probably had 10, 15, probably up in the 20, but there was 5 of them that consistently sent me all my deals. They were the ones who were engaging with me as I was building a brand on social media. And if you follow anybody, if you follow the influencers in the space right now, and if you look at their true following, you'll actually see that their true followers, those that as Brittany Hodak, my good friend Brittany Hodak likes to call super fans, you really only need 5 of them. You have 5 super fans, people who are constantly just raving about you and how awesome you are. That is way better than 100,000 followers. There's so many of these influencers that I see in mortgage, real estate, insurance, everywhere that are like, oh, I've got 100,000 followers, but then you look at their engagement and they've only got like 3 or 4, okay, not 3 or 4, but maybe a couple, 50, 60, 70 people liking or even engaging. And I'm like, you have 100,000 followers. That's like way less than 1% is even engaging with you. I would much rather see, especially for everybody who is listening and watching and engaging, I would much rather see everybody here have only 50 friends and 5 of them engage. That means you got 10% of your audience that's engaging with you, which that's awesome. And people are like, well, wait, if you only have 50 people and 5, but again, that means those 5 people, you could have millions of people, but if only 1 or 2 people are engaging, that doesn't matter. So what I'm trying to say is find 5 people that are truly want to be your super fan, that truly just absolutely are grateful for you. They love what you're doing. They know you're passionate about whatever you do, whether it's mortgage, real estate, insurance, and hone in on those 5 people. Do whatever you can to go above and beyond to serve them, help them, communicate with them on a regular basis, and they will be much more valuable than your 100,000 followers, trying to get to that 100,000 followers. I know my good friend Steve Sims always tells me this: likes don't pay your tab. They don't pay your bills. So just it doesn't matter how many likes you're getting per post. That is not paying your bills. It's the people that you're engaging with, the people that you're building relationships. They ultimately are the ones who are sending you deals, who are sending you referrals. So that's ultimately what matters. So with that, guys, I hope you are focused on the 5 instead of growing to 100,000. As cool as it is to have over 100,000 people or even 10,000 people. When I hit 10,000, I was like, oh, that's so cool. But ultimately, is it giving me a paycheck? No, it's the people that I'm engaging with. It's the people that I'm building relationships with. So make sure you're focused on that. Focus on the people who are truly are all in and want to be your super fan. So again, if you're joining us live, make sure you comment #shred. That means you're shredding it with us right now. And if you're joining us on the replay, make sure you comment #hustle. And again, like I started, if you're just joining us, make sure if you have questions, this is something that somebody asked me, like, how many followers do you need? This was a question that came in from one of you. So please feel free to comment. Please feel free to send me your questions. You can email me directly. You can send me a direct message on LinkedIn or Facebook, or you can email me at josh@shredmedia.com. And again, as always, guys, I appreciate you. I love you. And make sure you show up, you hustle, you repeat every day. See you guys.